Hey everybody, how is it going? To be honest, I personally am exhausted. It's gonna be a low maintenance makeup day, and one of the big trends this year has been stick foundations. So today I have a tiny little sample. This is the Hourglass Vanish Seamless Finish Foundation Stick. The full size is 7 grams and it retails for $56, which is really expensive. This little sample is a 1.2 gram sample and it's worth about $10. So this little guy is about the same price as a bunch of drugstore foundations. So it better be good, right? It comes in about 32 shades. I have the color Shell, and because this was a sample, I didn't really get to pick my color. And the foundation is supposed to be a weightless, waterproof foundation with long-wearing concentrated coverage in a custom triangular component for fast and easy full coverage on the go. The sample, they opted not to go for the triangle, which I thought was a little bit strange because it's kind of Hourglass's thing, but whatever, it doesn't really matter. It's vegan, cruelty-free, gluten-free. They didn't add any fragrances. And they say it's waterproof, long-wearing, 12 hours of coverage, double the amount of pigment compared to a traditional foundation, and adjusts to your body temperature to effortlessly blend into the skin. They do suggest you use a brush to blend it in, so I'm just going to be using, I don't have the brush that they suggested, but I'm going to use this dense kind of stiff brush from Tarte. I moisturized ages ago when I got out of the shower. They do recommend you apply just a little bit and build it up because it is so high coverage. It applies easily onto the skin. I'm not wearing a primer or anything today. We're just gonna buff it in. They also say you can buy multiple sticks to contour and highlight, but at $56 a stick, that would be a really expensive contour and highlight. So unless you love the formula, probably not, right? On my forehead, it blended really easily. Cheeks, on my chin, I can see it sticking into my pores a little bit. My chin tends to be a really high texture area for me. I'm gonna try to use this as a concealer. Application is super easy, so if you are exhausted and you do want an easy to apply foundation, this definitely is. You don't have to get your hands dirty or anything. Just gonna build it up in a couple more spots where I think I could benefit from a little bit more foundation. Did I say it's supposed to last for 12 hours? It's supposed to last for 12 hours, and that's how long I do my wear test, so that's perfect. It's on. What do you think? Should I blend it down my neck a little bit, you think? Pretty good match. We'll see if it oxidizes it all. I'll use another stick product to contour. This is the Rihanna Fenty Beauty, and you might be asking yourself, why are you contouring on a low maintenance day? You know, sometimes putting on makeup can give you like a little extra burst of energy if you feel like you're looking extra good. So that is why I'm doing that. We'll add a tiny bit of cream blush. This is the Sephora Blush Me, and this is the color Young Love. This blush is like tried and tested for me. I think we'll skip highlighter today so we can see how this stuff lasts. So before I guess I apply the rest of my makeup, we can do a little bit of powdering. So I've got my Elise Wattier Teint Velour Hydrating Loose Perfecting Powder. Just throw some of that on because I'm an oily girl. Oh, we didn't do under eye concealer. Let's use another stick for that. This is the Benefit Hydrating Concealer. I've got pretty like back set eyes, deep set eyes, so I don't really care too much about under eye concealer because I feel like even on normal days I end up looking a little tired. I'm really not gonna do too much else. I guess we can do lashes. The laziest brows ever, just using a brow gel. And let's be good and project pin the lips. I'm just gonna use a lip gloss today. That's my entire makeup look today. Let's see how this foundation wears over the next 12 hours. I feel like I'm looking maybe a little bit powdery, so I'm just gonna use a setting spray. This is the Makeup Finishing Spray Bridal. I feel like that can just help your skin look a little bit more natural from the get-go. So here we are, here's my skin. As you can see, it's looking very natural, kind of on the matte side of natural. I do like the finish a lot. I'm gonna hop over to natural light, let you take a look at it in natural light, and then let's wear test this for the next 12 hours. Hopefully I can make it through. Here we go. Alright, it's the end of the night. Let's take a look and see how my skin's doing. So honestly, in terms of coverage, I think it's both really good and really bad. On my red spots especially, I think it lasted incredibly well. You can still kind of see them, but I think considering I didn't use a separate concealer and that it lasted a full 12 hours, I think this is really, really good. But it did do some weird stuff, like I think it's definitely caked up a little bit on my forehead. You can kind of see it's sitting in the pores. And I think it rubbed off a little bit on the side of my nose and a little bit on my chin actually. So it did both really good and really bad. In terms of grease, I feel fine. I don't feel like I need to blot. I don't feel like I need to powder, and I didn't all day. Exceptional oil control. At my previous check-in around dinner, I really noticed a lot of cakiness on the chin area. This one's a tricky one. I love the coverage. I think color match was spot on all day for me. Don't think it particularly oxidized. I think I didn't apply highlighter, and I think I have a nice shine on the skin without looking greasy. The finish was great, except for I think again on my forehead where it's kind of pooled up in my forehead pores. And it doesn't look like super greasy, but like it's accentuating the dryness and the oiliness kind of both at once. Pros and cons of the foundation. It goes on so easily. If you're scared or if you've been traumatized by a stick foundation before, like it's so creamy. There's a great color selection and it's really high coverage, especially for spots. The texture on my spots is quite minimal, so great for acne coverage, especially if they get a little bit dried out and kicky normally. None of that happened today. Cons, obviously it's incredibly expensive, $56. It emphasized texture in places where I didn't necessarily want texture emphasized, and it definitely rubbed off in areas that normally aren't a problem for me for other foundations lasting all day. So this one's a tricky one to give a rating to because I kind of have mixed feelings about it. I think it's probably the best stick foundation I've ever tried so far. Not that I've tried a ton of stick foundations. And I really would describe it as natural, easy to use, low maintenance. So that's great. Would I pay $56 for it? I think based on the performance alone, this for me would not be a purchase. I think it needed to do a little bit better on my forehead. It needed to last a little bit longer on my chin and nose. If that hadn't been an issue, then probably no question this would be a beautiful HG foundation for me. But at $56, like it better be damn near perfect for me to purchase it. I think I'm gonna give it a 3 out of 5. Really good. But at the same time, it's got some major drawbacks as well, which just kind of like put me off of it. So I'm really interested. I'm going to hop on Makeup Alley and see what other people have been saying about this foundation. I would love to hear what you have to say about it down in the comments below. Were you able to snag a sample of this foundation? If you enjoyed today's video or found it helpful, make sure you give me a thumbs up. Maybe think about hitting that subscribe button down below for more beauty content from me. I post beauty related videos every Monday, Wednesday, and Friday, with the support of my lovely patrons, so a big shout out to them for helping me bring this content to you guys. And yeah, I think that's everything. So with that, I will see you all in my next beauty video.